This is KGW News at 11.
Hey everybody, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Galen Etlin. Tonight we are following up on a public health issue that the pandemic made even more challenging. Many families fell behind on getting kids immunized. And so today there was a chance to catch up on vaccines before a big deadline next week. Our Christelle Kumwe shares how that worked and what's ahead.
David Douglas High School in Southeast Portland turned into an immunization clinic Saturday morning.
We have occasionally seen measles in the Portland metro area, so that's an important one to be vaccinated against.
Lisa Ferguson with the Multnomah County Health Department says the event was for families to catch up on childhood vaccines before Exclusion Day on April 20th.
Each year there's a date that if students are not up to date on the required vaccine or have a filed exemption, then they are not allowed to attend school any longer.
Multnomah County teamed up with Portland Public Schools to host the clinic.
And so the school health department at PPS told me that this was available just to get him a little booster today. I think I'm going to ask them today also if he can get his COVID-19 booster while he's here, just to kind of get it out of the way.
The COVID-19 vaccine is not required for students in Oregon and Washington, but Jenny Bronstein is glad it was offered.
We feel really strongly as a family about protecting not only ourselves against COVID, but those around us that are immunocompromised. So we all got vaccinated as soon as we were available to do so.
These immunization clinics are available for youth ages 5 through 19. West Gresham Elementary School will also host a vaccine clinic on Wednesday the 20th, which is Exclusion Day.
We've seen a pretty flat number of students who need to be caught up on their vaccines this year. So we're encouraged that folks are getting their kids vaccinated still and want to make sure everybody knows about the importance of vaccines.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Well, as more Starbucks stores vote to unionize, a small group of advocates were out today at a store in Milwaukee to show their support. Across the country, the company has been accused of trying to stop workers from voting to unionize or hold elections. In Oregon, a store in Eugene, though, became the first in the state to vote to fully unionize this week. Here in Portland, several stores have scheduled votes soon as well. And people at today's rally said they support everyone who's interested in unionizing.
And we're demanding that Starbucks put partners over profit. You know, it prides itself on treating its workers as partners. Well, they want to be really truly partners with rights, with be partners in bargaining a contract that they could all agree on.
Starbucks denies engaging in illegal anti-union busting, including at stores where organizers were fired. It says the workers in question were fired for violating other company policies. Well, after years of negotiating, a deal is set to preserve an Oregon forest. Elliott Forest is east of Coos Bay and 91,000 acres. Oregon Governor Kate Brown signed a bill to transition it into a research forest, but also allow some logging. Our Tim Gordon shares what this all means.
The Elliott State Forest is full of old-growth trees and is habitat for some endangered species, too. Since 1930, Elliott timber sales were part of funding K-12 education in Oregon. But with Senate Bill 1546, ceremonially signed by Governor Kate Brown this week, the state will pay more than $200 million to the Common School Fund. Then the forest will no longer be counted on to support public schools financially.
Some thought the Elliott Forest would not be able to contribute to the future of Oregon's education system. But through this decoupling effort, the full value of the Elliott Forest will be invested in Oregon's school children for decades to come.
It was a heavy lift for a lot of the people at this ceremony in Salem. Many competing interests came together and over the past 3 years created a comprehensive plan for the Elliott Forest.
A research forest with the scale and diversity of the Elliott is unique in the United States and it's rare in the world.
At the heart of it is Oregon State University managing Elliott as a research forest. The vast majority of old-growth timber is now protected along with the creatures that live there.
It's not a good system to connect school funding to rare species habitat, so that was the main tension, and I think we've made it through.
For us, it was always about protecting the older forests and the imperiled species, marble murrelet, spotted owls, and coho, and I think we came out with a solution that really does that.
The plan also allows for more public access for recreation and education, and timber interests are not completely out of the picture, thanks to compromise.
What industry in the communities in Southwest Oregon will get out of this is we will get some harvest. We will get a steady flow, 15, 17 million feet annually.
A process that wasn't quick or easy, preserving Oregon's first state forest. Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Well, as Portland gets ready for its first Rose Festival in 2 years, the Royal Rosarians are sharing a blessing. The Rose Festival court of 15 princesses made their first public appearance this afternoon at Mount Olive Baptist Church there. After a message and blessing from a pastor, a ceremony recognized members of the Rose Festival Foundation, Rose Society, and Royal Rosarians who were lost in the past year. Now, with the festival finally coming back after a pandemic hiatus, Rosarians we spoke with said there's a lot to look forward to in 2022.
They're going to have an expanded opening for Rose Festival. I think they're going to have 2 sets of fireworks instead of just one. And the ships will be back this year versus virtual ships.
The Rose Festival opening night and fireworks begin May 27th at Waterfront Park, and we have a lot more information about all the festivities on KGW.com. Well, a lot of people are disappointed tonight about this story here. The weekend performances of Hamilton at Portland's Keller Auditorium are canceled because of a flu outbreak. We know many of you are asking questions like, what now? So here's what we found out.
The hit Broadway show and Disney Plus special Hamilton is on tour and now in Portland. Several performances were scheduled Saturday and Sunday at Keller Auditorium, but
The show was canceled. What? The show was canceled. They all got the flu.
some ticket holders learned the news as they walked up. A flu outbreak in the company is behind the postponement.
Total bummer.
Frustrating.
Maria Belsick had a ticket for Saturday's 2 o'clock show.
I've been waiting years to see it. There are a lot of upset people. Kids crying and, teenagers crying.
We just love Hamilton.
And this family is here from Kelso.
We booked a hotel. We've been waiting a few years to see Hamilton again, so kind of sad.
A spokesperson for Broadway in Portland said, "We apologize for the disappointment and inconvenience this scheduling change has caused ticket holders." The company went on to say performances will be rescheduled and that people will receive an email update.
And I hope the cast is feeling better.
Dedicated fans like Maria are ready.
Find a day. I'll be there.